Yeah, but I feel you guys are blame offloading because then I saw you guys overwhelming the logo.
Blame offloading. Excuse me. You were the ones who went onto our friends' territories, and we're going to stand by them just like they stood by us in the early game. The fact of the matter is your numbers completely outweigh ours. The only difference is that we're just batshit crazy. We are willing to stand our ground with our allies, and if you can't defeat us, you are going to have to work with us.
Because there's nothing more fragile than one Osu users and weebs, and you guys are just fragile.
Well, we're fragile as fuck, but for some reason you still can't take us out. What's up with that?
Okay, guys, regroup. Ebony on pink, Ebony on Osu hoodie. Guys, keep your cooldown. 3, 2,
Good
1.
luck.
If you've been on the internet at all in the month of April, there is a good chance that you have seen this argument between BTMC and XQC over r/place. The Osu community had plans to construct the Osu logo through their own merits alongside the allies they might make along the way. Sound familiar? That's because they did the exact same thing 5 years ago when r/place opened for the first time. Both times, their plans came into fruition and turned into something that no one could have possibly expected. And both times, they were invaded by top Twitch streamers. First it was Tyler 1, now it was XQC's turn. And in a matter of seconds, his attacks ran rampant throughout the canvas. On the other side of things, the Osu community, with the help and leadership of Eman Fman and the entirety of the Osu Plays Discord server on BTMC's stream, were set to defend their allies against XQC's raids. They were able to negate his attacks to some extent on their own merits, but defending their allies and their own land turned out to be the least of their concerns. Word got out to XQC that the Osu community stopped his attacks, and that's when things got ugly.
Good luck. Thank you, BTMC.
Good luck, BTMC.
Good luck. The Osu community.
Hello.
Liz is calling you.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning.
At this moment, BTMC was put on call with some streamers that you may or may not know. Their names are Moist Critical, Mitskiff, Iron Mouse, and of course, XQC. The Osu community was now at the center of attention, and that's when this famous argument started. Feelings were hurt, any semblance of hope for a truce were shattered, and the Osu community was left to fight against the biggest Twitch streamers on the platform. And now, the Osu community was at war. But here's the reality. We're outnumbered. Numbers never lie. No matter how you slice it, there's just too many people we have to fight against. XQC is the largest Twitch streamer on the platform, not to mention he has the power to make his own alliances with other big streamers. The odds are against us, and everyone knows that fighting this battle is impossible. On paper. While the numbers were stacked against us, the Osu community has things that numbers can never quantify. Persistence, commitment, dedication, and most importantly, each other. If there's one thing that separates Osu from every other game, it's the heavy emphasis on the community keeping the game alive, growing, and thriving. Things like beat maps, skins, Project Loved, Osu tournaments, YouTube content, Twitch streams, and many other things are what make Osu so special. But at the root of it all, the community, you guys, keep everyone going. Think about it. If it wasn't for the community continuing to help Osu grow, we wouldn't be playing the game in the first place, let alone not having the content, the streams, the skins, the beat maps, and the players we all know and love. Without a community, a game has no life. And when a game has no life, a game has no history. Osu in its 15 years of existence has a rich history, all the way back from its humble beginnings as Pepe's passion project to when it blossomed as the esport we know today. It's brought us mind-breaking scores, unbelievable performances, and legendary players. And for a select few, Osu has given them a career that has changed their life forever. Think about it. Osu started with grassroots origins all the way back in 2007, and there were only a few thousand registers by the end of the year. And right now, we have millions of registered users, and the game has grown so large in size that it has given people a sustainable career. Imagine a world without BTMC's charismatic and energetic personality. Imagine a world without Koifish's creative and engaging content. Imagine a world without the top players like Emmerich, Whitecat, and Vaxay breaking the limits of what's possible. And imagine a world without the many contributions of the community that make Osu what it is today. Without the community, we wouldn't have any of this. Hell, if we didn't have the community that turned Osu into what it is today, we wouldn't be having this conversation in the first place. So with all of that in mind, this brings us to right now, April 2022, the rebirth of r/place. What we're witnessing is one of, if not the, biggest events in Osu history. The Osu community has been lodged into a war against XQC, the largest Twitch streamer on the platform. As a community, we have made alliances with Pixels.Space, r/Toho, many VTuber communities, r/Komi-san, and much, much more. I mean, who would have guessed that the Osu community, a community heavily based on anime, would end up allying with Star Wars? Now that is a combination I never knew I needed. As a result of our combined efforts, General E-Man F-Man's leadership, amazing coordination, and our relentlessness, XQC's attacks on the Osu community were completely eradicated. And they didn't just slowly subside, they were completely destroyed. Attack the Osu community once, twice, 3 times, and the Osu community will quickly rebuild everything that was destroyed. And in the end, we were able to preserve the Osu logo, the iconic picture of Peppy, Aryu's finger from the When You See It meme, and much, much more. Not only did we prosper as a community within ourselves, we helped so many other communities alongside us. In fact, the Osu community defended and rebuilt everything so quickly that so many people accused us of botting. Things got so intense that there's even a f***ing news article about it. I mean, from an outsider's perspective, something like this is impossible. There is no way that a community so small could be so powerful and coordinated. How the hell could a community like us rebuild everything from the ground up so quickly with such a small amount of people? And to that, I'll say this. We have done exactly that since the beginning of Osu's release. We might have our disagreements, we might not be the largest in size, and we might have our shortcomings.
Look at those jugs.
I am a big fan of your cock.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm gonna scroll down.
But when we unite for one cause, the Osu community is unbreakable. In what other community could you meet so many people just like you? In what other game could you just join a random lobby with others and hang out like friends, even if just for a few minutes? And what other community could be so passionate about their game that they can keep bringing in new players to a 15-year-old game? Osu might not be backed by a rich company, it might not be the first choice of game for most people, and it might not have the largest player base. But what it does have is a player base so dedicated, it gave rise to the largest rhythm game in the world. We've created more than just beat maps for everyone else to play and skins for everyone else to use. We've created more than just content for everyone else in our community to enjoy. And we've created more than just our images on r/place. We've created a community that we could call home. It's not perfect, and it does have its fair share of bad apples, but the Osu community is proof that if any community, no matter how big or small, sets their differences aside and unites for one cause, they can do anything, and no one else can stop them from doing so. Whether you're just a casual player, a Twitch stream lurker, an aspiring content creator, a top player, or someone who has been a part of the game since the beginning, you have shaped more than just the canvas of r/place and video games as a whole. If you're new to the community after what took place on the canvas of r/place, I welcome you. You and everyone else who has set foot in this community has changed the lives of several people like you and me. And that is the true power of the Osu community.